where the police has made arrangements, security arrangements. The barriers have been placed out here. And what we are being told by the sources that the Luthra brothers who landed at Delhi airport exactly on the 10th day of this whole incident were now taken to the Dwarka hospital for a medical checkup. And after that medical, they are en route to Patiala House Court, where they will be produced before the duty magistrate, and the lawyers from all the three parties, the Delhi police, the Goa police and the Luthra brothers lawyers will be present there. And Goa police would be seeking a transit remand so that they can be taken to Goa for further investigations and trials. So now we are waiting for this Luthra brother duo to be here. You can see what is the arrangement out here like. The police is here, extra force has been deployed. There are police barriers which are placed out here. So anytime they will be now reaching the Patiala House Court, where the action will proceed further, where the lawyers will be seeking, the Goa police lawyers, in fact, they will be seeking the trial remand so that the Luthra brothers can be taken to Goa as soon as possible. Preeti.
Shivani, in all of this, both the brothers had already preempted and applied for bail. What's the status on that? Are they going to be under arrest? What is the latest on that?
Preeti, certainly looking at the sections under which the FIRs have been lodged, they want interim bail, but they will be certainly denied because the lawyers of the Goa police, they have solid reasons. They have all the reasons why they should be given the police custody, why they should be taken into remand, because the investigations have to be completed. Both these brothers, they fled actually at the time of rescue when there was fire on their property, when people were dying. They just fled the area. They did not inform the police and they were absconding until the Interpol arrested them, detained them, and they were brought here after the due process. So now they are here and the investigation is to be done further. So certainly the Goa police has all the reasons why they should not be granted interim bail. There are questions that need to be asked, investigations made, and for that reason there are chances that they will be taken into custody. They will be granted that transit remand to the Goa police, and then they will be taken further for investigation, where they will be facing the trial for the serious charges against them, because they not only flouted the laws but they also fled the incident site right in the middle of the night when people were dying out there.
Shivani, thank you for joining us. We're going to continue to come to you. My colleague Shivani is reporting right now from the Patiala House Court, where both the Luthra brothers have been taken and will be produced in front of the duty magistrate. We'll keep you updated on what is decided there. But with that, I want to quickly move on to our debate number one. Viewers, one video has gone viral in the last 24 hours, and that video is despicable. It shows the Chief Minister of a state, in this case the Chief Minister of Bihar, Nitish Kumar, publicly pulled down the veil, it seems forcibly at that as well, of a young doctor who he was giving an appointment letter to in an Ayush doctor's event in Patna. Apparently, the Chief Minister asked her to remove it, which she didn't, and he pulled it down himself. There is only one question that remains to be asked. Nitish Kumar needs to come out, and will he make a public apology? Because this, like we said earlier, is crossing that proverbial line of everything where public decency comes into question. Personal space, decorum, and this comes from somebody who's the Chief Minister of a state.
Bihar's Chief Minister has crossed the line. The basic line of personal space. The line of public decorum. And the line of respecting choice. Where you may disagree with something, but respect someone's choice nonetheless. So here's what really happened. A visual of the Bihar Chief Minister first gesticulating towards the veil of a woman doctor, then reaching forward and pulling the hijab down has gone viral. The action seems to have caught even onlookers off guard, with Deputy CM Shashi Bhushan seemingly reaching out to stop it. These images from an official event in Patna have sparked widespread outrage, shock, and have spurred a debate on the right to dignity. All with a heavy dose of political backlash.
ये बिहार किस स्थिति में है, किस तरह से चल रहा है, हमारे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी की क्या हालत है, इससे दिख रहा है ये महिलाओं का अपमान है। एक और 10,000 रुपया दे रहे हैं, दूसरी ओर सार्वजनिक मंचों से मुस्लिम महिलाओं का अपमान हो रहा है। आखिर ये क्या हो रहा है?
आप किसी भी महिला, किसी धर्म, किसी जाति की महिला के बॉडी को टच नहीं कर सकते और पब्लिक उससे बिना पूछे। नीतीश कुमार जी भारतीय जनता पार्टी ज्वाइन करने के बाद भारतीय जनता पार्टी के जो लीडर्स जिस तरह से एक्ट कर रहे हैं उनको भी वही वाला रोग लग गया है।
In contrast, the ruling JDU defended Nitish Kumar, dismissing the criticism as politically motivated.
हमारे प्रोफेट मोहम्मद साहब की ख्वाहिश है कि उनकी ख्वाहिश थी कि बेटियों को अच्छी तालीम और तरबियत, एक अच्छी जिंदगी सुनिश्चित करना। तो उनकी ख्वाहिशों को अगर किसी ने भी पूरा किया है ना, तो उस शख्स का नाम श्री नीतीश कुमार जी है। और इस विषय पे सवाल कौन उठा रहा है? सवाल राष्ट्रीय जनता दल के लोग, जिनके शासन काल में बेटियों और महिलाओं के साथ किस तरह से दुर्व्यवहार, बदसलूकी की गई और ये मुक्त दर्शक बन करके देखते रहे।
However, this incident has reignited broader discussions about the conduct of public figures, especially those in positions of power. Some argue that Nitish Kumar's intent was not to disrespect, but a sincere attempt to make a young woman understand that she doesn't need to hide behind a veil. But this latest incident goes beyond mere politics, raising questions about respect, consent, and the dignity of women, particularly coming from the highest echelons of power. Bureau Report, India Today.
You know, sometimes there is political hypocrisy. At other times, there is also social hypocrisy that lies amongst us. Just imagine if this was a woman who had a ghungat on, and if this was a chief minister of a state that was not an NDA chief minister. What would have been the backlash of that? Why is today the government silent? That takes us to the question that we ask, which really isn't a question. Should Nitish Kumar apologize publicly is the question we ask. Once again, it's a rhetorical question because there is only one answer to this. And that is, yes, Nitish Kumar needs to make a public apology, and it needs to come quick and it needs to come fast. I want to cut across right now to Satya Prakash Mishra, JDU leader, Priyanka Bharti, RJD national spokesperson, Saira Shah Halim, women's rights activist. I would like to begin with the JDU spokesperson, Mr. Satya Prakash Mishra. All three of you will get 2 minutes each to put your points forward. Mr. Mishra, today I would think there is only, even being a journalist, being a woman, being a citizen of this country, I will only accept one explanation for what happened, and that is that there is something wrong with the health of the Chief Minister of Bihar. Nothing else can explain somebody who occupies a public office of a Chief Minister do what he has done.
You know, Preeti ji, when you last time saw Nitish Kumar or any other Chief Minister in Bihar offer appointment letter to a Muslim girl, when you last time saw that, he must be credited with one thing: empowerment of women. Something at certain point of time, a fatherly figure, if so a kind of gesture, have a photograph like this, I think there should not be much peep and much reading inside this whole episode. And Nitish Kumar, regarding you talked about health and everything, he is performing well inside the assembly. He is
So it's only
performing
outside
well
that he's
everywhere.
not performing well.
I couldn't get you.
So it's only outside that he's not performing well.
No,
He's
he's
performing well in the inside.
inside the assembly. He's performing well on the street, road, everything. He's investigating. He's appearing in all kind of ceremony.
I'm going to stop your watch, and I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to give you more time.
I'm just putting one more
I'm going to give you more time.
One more line I have.
Are you Satya Prakash Mishra? You represent the JDU. Are you going to sit here and are you going to justify what you see on your television screen? Are you going to say this is fatherly conduct? Let me also remind you, sir. You're calling it a fatherly conduct. Let me also remind you, in this country, after the age of 18,
if you are very much judgmental, then it is your judgment.
It's not judgment, sir.
Why
this
you
is
didn't
not
show the
judgment.
picture of Ashok Gehlot?
Hear me
Why
out.
you didn't show the video of Ashok Gehlot, who was unveiling a
sit here,
unveiling a woman
who's over the age of 18 years of age.
You must
a woman who is over the age of 18 years of age. Even her father cannot. Even her father cannot remove her hijab because he feels she should reveal her face. Do I agree with this? I don't agree with covering your face, but she has every right to do so, and nobody in the world, nobody in the world has the right to grab her hijab
You
off.
made your point. Let me make my point now.
Stop screaming, sir. You have your point.
I'm not screaming. You are not letting me speak. Then if you are here to judgment, then okay, go ahead. It is your channel, your camera, your light. You go on. I don't have chance to.
Satyaprakash Mishra.
No, you didn't give me a chance to complete my point,
yes, we are sitting here in judgment, sir, with what has happened now. Make your point.
You are just delivering a judgment.
Make your point.
I suggested it's a fatherly gesture, nothing else. You don't peep much into this whole episode. But you didn't talk about Ashok Gehlot, who was in a public ceremony, unveiled a woman, ki ghungat pratha khatam ho gaya, ghungat utaro. Why don't you show that? I am suggesting only one thing. Nitish Kumar ji, as a fatherly figure, just did that. That's it. He was offering appointment letter, a moment of happiness for the women of Bihar. This is the first time I saw a Muslim woman taking certificate and appointment letter from the Chief Minister himself. That is the empowerment of women of Bihar. Nitish Kumar has done wonder in empowering women in Bihar. He should be credited with that first. Suppose you criticize this, I welcome your criticism. We welcome criticism. We don't mind to being criticized. But at the same point of time, there is nothing much more about this. Simple.
Are you the one who's going to decide whether it's more or not, sir? This dystopian,
I'm not saying what your decision may be.
Understanding of what empowerment means, Mr. Satyaprakash Mishra, is the point that you are sitting. Either you let me talk or you talk.
No, you talk. You are a very seasoned journalist. I respect you a lot. I have a huge respect for your judgment even. I am ready to being criticized.
It is a dystopian way of defining what empowerment really means. If you're going to come and sit here and say, there is not much to it, this is fatherly. This is not fatherly.
Gesture, that's it.
This is the chief minister of a state who has invaded the public space of a woman. I want to cut across to Priyanka Bharti, RJD national spokesperson. Priyanka Bharti, even though this has become political, and mind you, Mr. Satyaprakash Mishra, when it had happened with Ashok Gehlot, we had ran multiple shows. Should Ghungat be there? No. Should women cover their face? Personally, I don't think so. I don't agree with it. But should they be allowed to do it? Definitely. Because that's what they want to do. Whoever chooses to. Priyanka Bharti, 1 second, sir. Your 2 minutes begin now. It's not the first time it's happened. You had the likes of Ashok Gehlot who've done it earlier. So much ado about nothing. He just meant well is the argument.
Two wrongs cannot make one thing right. And today, Preeti ji, I will speak out of my constitutional duty. It's not just because I have differences, political or ideological differences with Mr. Kumar. It's morality to speak against what happened. This incident is a blot on democracy. In any democratic country, authority must kneel before dignity. Power must kneel before consent and dignity. And this at least he has to understand. We have two scenarios. If the first scenario, if Nitish Kumar ji is not mentally sound, then he does not even deserve to be a representative constitutionally. And on the other hand, if he is mentally sound and he has done so, whatever he did, pulling out the veil of a woman, then actions must be taken against him. And not only this, I mean, just come to the basics. If any leader violates boundaries, even casually, what message is he imparting to the society? What message is he giving to any bureaucrat sitting in the office, to a policeman on the street, to any man in this country? What message is he giving? That you can easily pull the veil of a woman, it doesn't matter. Fatherly gesture hai, it doesn't matter. This kind of attitude cannot be tolerated. Dignity of a woman is non-negotiable, either be in Bihar or be in India or in the world. This he has to understand, and this is not for the first time that it's happening. There have been multiple episodes which we have seen, and making the things even worse. If I don't know, you got the opportunity to hear the video of Sanjay Nishad or not. Sanjay Nishad is saying, आदमी ही तो है, नकाब छू लिया तो क्या हुआ, कहीं और छू दे तो पता नहीं आप लोग क्या कर देते. So this is the sheer audacity of this hyper masculine behavior, this sexism, this misogyny. I don't know what to say more about this incident. This has to be criticized, and Mr. Kumar has to apologize at least to the women community, not only to the women, to the citizens of this country. He has to apologize for his behavior, because you see,
Okay, ma'am, your time is up. I want to bring in Saira Shah Halim, women's rights activist. Saira Shah Halim, you know, the fact is, many would suggest that why be so skittish about this? It had happened earlier, that you had an Ashok Gehlot who tried to pull the veil of a woman, saying that Ghungat Pratha is over. That time, even then, there was a fair amount, and it should have been there, criticism. We ran a show on it, that yes, Ghungat Pratha is over, but having said that, it is invading the personal space of a woman. You...
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
So, you know,
your 2 minutes
I
left
just
now.
heard this very emotional talk, you know, by my co-panelists, because let's not get into the emotions of it. Let's talk about law. Straight and final, let's talk about the law. Now, firstly, forcing a woman to remove bodily clothing, right? Something that is very intrinsic to her faith without her consent. Let us be very clear here, that it is prima facie molestation under the Indian law. I cannot think of any other term asides, you know, that it's is considered molestation under the Indian law. And now it is just not about ideology, right wing, left wing, whatever it is IPC, clear and simple. And the moment a man who's in power, and here it's the chief minister at that, right, touches the woman's body or her attire without her consent, okay, here we need to bring in the law, because the law gets triggered. Because here, just because someone happens to be a CM or someone in authority, it does not dilute the crime. Let us be very clear. So it is not about hijab alone. It is about bodily consent, bodily autonomy of a woman, that we need to take very, very seriously. And Article 21 is very clear about that. It guarantees dignity. Okay, Article 21 to every, human being. Article 25 is very clearly states that freedom of religion is a must. Okay, so this act of, Mr. Kumar, it violates, both simultaneously, and the Constitution does not permit public officials to become moral vigilance. Like, why is she wearing the hijab? Why is she wearing a niqab? Let's just pull it off. And he's smirking. The bystanders are smirking, and they're having a good laugh at her expense. I think I've not seen something more horrendous than this in a very, very long time. Because here, let's be clear that the Constitution does not come off when a hijab comes off.
I want to give you your last two minutes each. I want to give you the last two minutes each, and I just want to play the clip, because there might be people who are smiling on the side, awkwardly, but... And I'll bring in the spokesperson of the JDU back into this conversation very clearly behind, and let's play that visual. You have the Deputy Chief Minister, and he clearly understands that what the Chief Minister is doing is not correct. And you can see him, let's play that clip, because you can see him let's play the clip where we have the Deputy Chief Minister as well, trying to get the Chief Minister to not do this. Mr. Satyapal Mishra, go ahead.
Preeti ji, first of all, the intent of the CM is very pious. It is not to violate the dignity of a woman completely. I understand that dignity of women can never be negotiable. I understand this point, and I understand all law and law related to the violation of any rights of women. But the intention of the Nitish Kumar ji was just very fatherly. Ye kya pehni ho to photo. It was a photographic session, because he was giving appointment later. And her face was, with his...
But sir, the Deputy CM, Samrat Chaudhary, knows what he's doing is wrong.
That point.
And he lunges ahead for him to stop doing it.
I have seen that visual. You are really open to criticize it, but different perception can be made on that. But it was intention of Nitish Kumar, very pious, like a fatherly figure. Photographic moment was there. Okay, fine, it happened. But peeping too much inside that Nitish Kumar intention was bad, something wrong, this is really out of imagination. Nitish Kumar is a man of principle, dignity, and a probity in political life. You can never match the quality of Nitish Kumar with other people. He has been in political life since 45 long years. and I am personally known to him since 1997, is a man of dignity and protecting probity of women. So, in a moment, something, actually, she was a doubter figure, like, he just showed a gesture. If you want to criticize Nitish Kumar ji on this, you are open to criticize, we don't mind it. But at the same point of time, the Nitish Kumar will be definitely working for empowerment of women and more empowerment to Muslim women. It is the first time I have seen a Muslim woman doctor taking such appointment letter from the Chief Minister of Bihar. So there are so many schemes he has come with. Something happened, you feel it in a distaste. I welcome that, but believe it, it was an intention of a pious fatherly figure, nothing else.
Intention of a piously father figure who didn't, at least in this picture, understand what basic personal boundaries are. Okay, I want to give final 2 minutes to our other two panelists. I think, Priyanka Bharti, final 2 minutes. Your time begins now.
Sure, Preeti ji. He says his intent was very pious. Anyone seeing the video would understand how pious it was. Anyone analyzing the video and analyzing other people around him would understand how pious it was. And he was talking about dignity. The man of dignity Nitish Kumar is. Let me remind you of one statement. In the Vidhan Sabha, he said one of our MLAs who comes from Dalit community, Rekha Paswan, and the words he used was, Mahila ho ji, तुमको जानती हो जी, तुमको तो हम ना बनाए हैं. So this is a word a man uses, a man who thinks that he has the capacity to make a women MLA, and how audacious he is in calling out and saying, Mahila ho tumko kuch aata hai. So this is what Nitish Kumar ko aata hai. He is showing in the video, Nitish Kumar ji ko yahi aata hai, and this is what man of dignity he was talking about. And I would just give let us create an imaginary situation for our JDU spokesperson. Multiple times he called it was a fatherly gesture, daughterly gesture. So can your daughter be at that place, Satish ji, and you would justify it? Just a personal question. I wouldn't have asked it. But since you are justifying this, instead of justification, you should have asked as a citizen who believes in consent of a woman, who believes in dignity of a woman. At least you should have asked this. You should have criticized this. But instead of criticizing, here you are saving him, trying to save him. He cannot be saved from this behavior. Because a consent of any women is non-negotiable. It cannot be negotiated inside this country, outside this country. And I would just say, as a Chief Minister of Bihar, multiple times he has done activities like today and yesterday also. He breached Article 25 of the Constitution. Who gives anyone independence of what religious activity they profess and how they carry it? So he must be criticized, Preeti ji, and thank you for speaking it out loudly.
Okay. Mr. Mishra wants to come in for 20 seconds. You have 20 seconds, sir, because make your point.
I have seen my Vice Chancellor patting my class topper in Jamia Millia Islamia. You done well. I have seen fatherly figure to just praise the
Mr. Mishra, there's a huge difference, no, sir?
No, I understand that.
It's very different than patting somebody at the back and yanking somebody's hijab off.
I'm coming to that point. Definitely, when somebody is in a position to pat the back or praise, different people do it in a different way.
Okay, sir, we can't. No. This cannot be justified. Saira Shahili, my final 2 minutes.
No, second question. He asked me about my daughter.
Equal time. Saira Shahili, 2 minutes begin now.
He asked me about
please,
my
2 minutes.
daughter.
You know, sir, your time's up. Go ahead.
Let me talk now. I want to tell Mishra one thing very clear. Intent is highly irrelevant now in this case where harm is clearly visible. And the law judges actions, not excuses. So please, let's not make excuses for a completely condemnable act here, because you do not need malicious intent to commit constitution violation. And this I deem as a complete constitution violation. If this act is normalized,
please don't talk over each other.
Any higher official can decide what a woman should wear or should not wear. And this is not just governance. This is policing women's bodies. It is taking away, a bodily right, and it's taking away a bodily autonomy from a woman, and I don't see it any other way.
All right, okay, so that's all the time that we have for now. Thanking all three of our guests this evening. We're going to head into a quick break. On the other side, we're going to switch our conversation to what really happened across 3 cities, 3 states when Lionel Messi came to town. Quite despicable. We'll get you more. On the other side, do stay with us.
तो सेंचुरी प्लाइ क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाइ क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
For 5 decades, India today has been the mirror and the map of a changing nation. Chronicled India's upheavals, triumphs and transformations. This December, on its 50th anniversary, India Today brings you a special collector's edition that revisits the defining moments that shaped modern India. 5 decades, one story, the remaking of India. On stands this December.
Hi, Sana here with a quick AQI update. Delhi 414, Mumbai 173, Kolkata 215, Bangalore 140, Chennai 172, Hyderabad 164.